Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa, and we've got some changes here on the Overwatch PTR. So, we've got a bunch of buffs and nerfs. We've got Baptiste being nerfed. We've got Mei being nerfed, D.Va being buffed, Orisa nerfed, Hanzo nerfed, and Doomfist nerfed. And I'm just going to say, before we start this, ladies and gentlemen, you can see actually, if you look through the chat history, look, you can see I've been spamming through the heroes and testing out the changes. These changes are a bit weak. They're not very impressive. And before we get into this, I just want to kind of go on a bit of a rant because I think Blizzard could really make bigger changes. Like, why are they so frightened about making changes which would throw the game into just disarray? The problem I think with Overwatch is it doesn't have these big game-changing updates often enough. So we don't see the meta just get thrown out of the window. Instead, we have the same heroes being powerful for a very long time, and it's not great. I don't care who's powerful, but I don't want them to be powerful for 6 months, right? I also don't want the game to just be played the same for months and months on end. I want changes. Like, hell, imagine if, like, Torb and Symmetra became the meta DPS with, like, I don't know, Orisa... No, maybe not Orisa. Get rid of Orisa. Orisa's literally in my brain. Zarya and Hog become the meta tanks for some insane reason. I don't know. That would be a bit mad, but, like, if that stayed like that for a few weeks, then was changed, would you guys have a problem with that? I don't know. Like, I've been looking around and playing a lot of different games recently, and I just feel like Overwatch gets a little bit stagnant. That's not to say it isn't fun to play right now. I am enjoying playing Soldier and playing Mei, funnily enough, and a bit of Hanzo. But I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. Anyway, the changes. So, Immortality Field, the radius is the same, but its duration is 5 seconds now and not 8. So it's a 3-second nerf. Now, that actually is pretty big because normally, like, the way you would use this is maybe to save somebody if they're about to die. Maybe to save your team if, like, you were caught in a grab. You can still kind of do that. But often, you'll see good Baptiste players, well, they'll do this, ladies and gentlemen, and do pay attention to the cooldown, because now it is a 25-second cooldown instead of, I believe it was 20 seconds before. So you would do this, right? You would throw that out of the way, stand here, and just shoot. Do what you like, or heal. Because you're immune to damage and they can't hit the drone. But now it only lasts for 5 seconds instead of 8. So this is decent. But yeah, the other nerf is Amplification Matrix. So it still gives you the same damage buff. However, it takes 20% longer to charge. Now, this is a decent change because it does charge a bit quick. It's still going to charge pretty quick, I think. There you go. And it's still going to provide the same damage. There you go. Baptiste is still the best support in the game. Like, I think I can confidently say that. Messing around with him on PTR for, like, literally, you know, the PTR's been out for about 40 minutes. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think it's, like, big enough to really shake up the meta. If that's what they were trying to do. I don't know. Okay, so next change is Mei. Now, the Mei one I do kind of like. So, Mei's primary fire used to slow you from between 30 and 90% as you were being slowed. Obviously, you will get froze and then you don't move. However, now it will only slow you 20 to 70%. So, if I'm trying to freeze this spot... Actually, I totally frozen. That's unlucky. So, if I'm freezing this spot, it's got more chance of getting away, basically, before he gets fully frozen. Which I think is good. Nobody likes being froze by Mei. So, yeah, I do like that. The other change is you're only frozen for 1 second. So, if I freeze, you've now only got 1 second to line up that headshot. Now, that should be easily done. But it is less of a... It's half a second less time being frozen. So, it's a good change. The thing is, Mei is still Mei. She's still going to be pretty damn good. She's got a wall. She's got a pretty damn good ultimate. She's got a nice little ice block. So, yeah, again, I feel like these are just, like, minor changes. Like, it's almost like Blizzard are trying to fine-tune the balance way too much, where I think they should just make mad changes. And I don't know whether this is just because it's 4 years old of Overwatch, or I've played the game for 4 years, and I'm just like, do mad stuff, Blizzard. Maybe you guys feel the same. I don't know. All right, so the other change. I'm not really going to show you the Orisa change, because I don't think it's worth showing you. Simply because it's just a 10% damage reduction in Fortify, which is like, well, yeah, she's just going to die quicker. I mean, same duration, same cooldown, but only reduces damage by 40% instead of 50. She's going to take 10% more damage. But again, she's still Orisa. She's still got this. She's still got this. I don't know. Like, again, it just feels like it's not a big enough of a change. A more radical kind of change. Like, I'm not asking for mad radical changes, but I guess I kind of am. But this change doesn't really change Orisa. just makes her less tanky. But she's still going to be really good. Yeah. All right, so let's go on to the next hero. So this is Hanzo. Now, Hanzo's is weird because they've reduced the projectile speed, which wasn't what I was expecting them to do because it still kind of doesn't matter. So Hanzo's projectile speed is now 110 instead of 125. Still seems pretty good to me, though. As in, I can't actually tell the difference, really. So what's the point of this? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could have reduced the amount of ammo in storm arrows, which is, I think, where everybody had a problem with him, not the speed of his projectile. Because if Hanzo is here and he's just spamming shots over here and he gets you in the head, well, that's Hanzo, right? You've been Hanzo'd. Still going to happen. I don't know. Again, a weird change. Like, it's not the change I was expecting. It feels like a change which has got too much finesse in it again. Whereas I just would have gone, nah, you get 3 arrows now, Hanzo, in this. Deal with it. I think that makes him much more manageable. But no, that's what they've done. Blizzard. All right, the next change is Doomfist. Now, I think the Doomfist one, this is uppercut recovery time. So this is to the target you uppercut, I believe. So this is how much time they've got before they regain control, I think. So it's been increased from 0.2 to 0.5. Now, I might be getting this wrong, but again, I can't really tell the difference. Like, so I've uppercut this dude. I mean... Oh, it... Actually, no, I think it's me, actually. I think it's my uppercut. So when I uppercut... Yeah, okay, it is. It's mine. So I can't use my ability straight away after uppercutting. So this appears to be an attempt to nerf the combo. So when you come in, uppercut... No, you can still get out. I don't know, guys. Again, it's such a piddly change. It don't really make any difference. Oh, my God. My throat's going dry. Hang on. Okay, this has probably been the most real PTR patch kind of review I've done. Weird. But, you know, again, these things might make a difference in the game, but that doesn't really feel much different. Whatever. Okay, so this is the one I've been waiting for. It's D.Va. Now, the question was, can D.Va infinitely fly with this buff? Because what they've done is they have reduced the booster cooldown from 5 to 3 seconds. So, boost. See, 3, 2, 1, boost. 3, 2, 1, boost. Okay, does this solve D.Va's problem, guys? I don't know. I don't think it does. You see, D.Va. Oh, D.Va just gets destroyed by everybody. Zarya, Hog, Doomfist, McCree, Soldier, Ashe, Reaper, Mei. Everybody counters this hero. And the problem we've got is Sigma is a better off tank than she will ever be. So you're never going to play D.Va when you've got the Sigma card. Okay, you are now more mobile, so you can act more of like, I don't know, sort of like, oh, now I want to change my mind, I want to get out. Okay, cool. I'm going to fight this guy, whatever. Defense matrix on my dudes. I'm going to go over here. Yeah, there's no denying. This does feel better. This feels actually much nicer. But does it actually fix the problem with D.Va? I mean, my hot take is no. This doesn't do... This is not... It doesn't really do anything. Now, my problem with these changes, guys, is I think they're okay, but they're not really earth-shattering changes. Why does it take so long for this to actually be put into the game? Now, like I touched on at the start of this video, the whole idea of the quality of, or the speed of changes to Overwatch, and Blizzard seemingly being very insistent on wanting to keep the game as balanced as they can, rather than making the game enjoyable in the way that there's a lot of options available, in the way that the game feels fresh. Now, I think what Blizzard would argue is, yeah, well, actually, there's a lot of options available. And you could say, okay, there is. But the issue I've got is it feels very stale, doesn't it? You know, what would happen if they just massively buffed the hero and threw that, or like destroyed a hero, just went, goodbye, Sigma. And then we played without Sigma for a couple of weeks. And then they've kind of buffed him again and buffed somebody else and then nerfed somebody. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Like, I think maybe this just comes from me been playing, like, a lot of different games recently. And also, you know, just looking at Overwatch from maybe a different point of view that I would have done in the past. But when I see changes like this, I kind of hope for more. Like, the PTR has never really been used for radical changes. I think it was once, and they did come out and say that's what they were going to do with it, and then they didn't. What Blizzard do for balance for this game, which I don't agree with, but this is just what they do, is they test the changes internally with their team, of which does range, you know, skill levels range all over the place. Josh Noah is a GM level player. But then there'll be gold level players, plat players, and whatever. And then what they do is put them on PTR for a few weeks, and then it goes live with no changes on PTR. Or very rarely is there a change. I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, why don't they just throw their mad ideas on the PTR instead of testing them internally? I think that would make the game much more interesting to play. Anyway, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. And it's also @Stylosa on Instagram. And I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Part